Back to AFCON, and let's now talk about my in-laws. They have started performing before the competition even starts. We are talking about some craziness from their FA. Samuel Eto'o, one of the best strikers in the world, is now their chairman for their FECAFOOT, I think they are called, and he has been in the middle of all the confusion you can imagine in their thingy. So apparently there's chaos in camp for Cameroon. 2 squad lists are out, 2 coaches, and all this with only a week to go before the tournament begins. So there's been some issues apparently, where their previous coach called so Brys or whatever. So apparently, conflict is intensified when Brys launched a direct attack on Eto'o, calling him narcissistic and accused him of prioritizing personal interests over the nation. The bad relationship dates back to when they first met, and he thinks that Eto'o has been trying to push him out. And then, of course, there's a list that Eto'o has produced for AFCON. I don't know why Faz, I'm thinking about Zambia, but why FECAFOOT, president of a football association, is having his own list, but he's not the coach. Anyway, apparently, Eto'o's AFCON lists excluded stars like Andre Onana, Eric Choupo-Moting, and Vincent Abubakar. And apparently this was an issue because now they're saying that he doesn't want Abubakar to score because Abubakar, if he goes and does well, he's going to overtake Eto'o's record for his country, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's not ridiculous in terms of like it can't happen, but it's ridiculous that there's somebody who's thinking I better not pick a good player because he's going to take over my crown. Honestly, guys, konda bekwati. And then, of course, you have to remember that Cameroon have failed to qualify for the World Cup. They tried to do it via the playoffs, and then they bounced. They got, defeated. I think, who did they play in the... One second, who did they play? They finished below Cape Verde in the group stages. Then they lost to Congo DRC to go into like the Confederations playoff. So they really is a team which are going through a lot of confusion. You can tell, when something spirit is unsettled. But anyway, this is the AFCON, Cameroon official AFCON 2025 squad. So these are the 28 players that are on the official list. And this is by coach David Pagou, not Brys. And in goal, these are the 4 goalkeepers who have been named. Devis Epassy, Simon Omossola, and then we got Simon Ngapandouetnbu. Wow, what a name. And then Edward Sombang. In defense, we've got Christopher Wooh, Nouhou, Tolo, Jezinho Nyamsi, Junior Shamadu. I know that name. And then we've got midfielders. We need more midfielders here. Carlos Baleba, we know him from Brighton, I think. Eric Junior, Dina Mbibe, Christian Kofane. And then forwards, you've got Mbeumo. This is not a complete list. Let me look for a proper list because this is not a complete list that I'm looking at. Right, let's start again because that list didn't look right. So you've got Simon Osomola, Epassy, and then this other Simon Sombang, and then you've got Christopher Wooh, Junior Baptiste, Shamedu, Tolo, Yongwa, Nyamsi, Nagida, Castelletto, and then you've got Samuel Koto, Bayomo, Dinya Ebimbe, Kemen, Baleba, Ndzie, Avom, Ambinia, Namanso, Mbeumo, Jean Onana, not Andre Onana. This is another Onana. And then we've got Christian Basogog. And then Nkudu, Eta Eyong, Kofane, Soko, Magri. Honestly, this team is very, very unlike the team we saw at the qualifiers, isn't it? So many changes. I can see, no Vincent Abubakar, no familiar names that we have seen over and over again. And I think we've still got a week. I reckon there's going to be even more changes coming. They might change stuff, but they've already submitted this 28-man team, so they're probably not going to be able to make even more changes. The other problem I've got with this list is it's in French. So it's very difficult for me to read it. Let's see. Let me do that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the forwards are going to be Kofane, Magri, Eta Eyong, Soko, and then midfielders will be, my goodness, Martin Ndzie, Baleba, Avom, Dinya, Ebimbe, Ambimba, Namaso, Vasogog, Mbwemo, Nkudo, Onana, Jean Junior Onana, Olivier Kemen. And in defense, Samuel Junior, Koto, Jezinho, Nyamsi, Castelletto. Some of these names I've never heard of. And then Christopher Wooh, Darlin, Yongwa. Yeah, so if this team, let's see what group these guys are in. Oh my days, what are they playing at? Cameroon. So Cameroon are going to be in Group F with Gabon, Ivory Coast, and Mozambique. I am betting you my marriage certificates that this team is not going to go past the group stages. This my new team is not going to go past the group stages. I'm telling you. I am putting it up there. But it's okay, considering it doesn't matter whether they go or not, because Zambia is winning this tournament. Zambia, I'm manifesting it, from my mouth to God's ears. Zambia are winning this tournament somehow. We just leave it in God's hands. But yeah, this is a terrible group to be going in with a list like that. It's not a group to go in with your mingalato, foolishness, crazy. In Zambia, we call it mingalato when you're playing fast and loose. This is not how you go into a tournament. Cameroon, listen to me, please. This is not how you do it. I just hope, though, I'm lying. There's nothing they can do. They've already messed it up. So I've got a feeling Ivory Coast are having a great time. Gabon is going to roll over them as well. Yeah, it's going to be really bad for my in-laws. But yeah, we'll see what happens in Group F. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. But that is Cameroon's team. And they have been and are going to continue being the major talking points because anything can change. I hope Brys doesn't turn up at camp over the week to try and influence anything. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting Christmas. So you guys, let me know what you think about this team. Who's going to win the African Nations Cup? Is Cameroon winning it? I need to do a video about who I think is going to. I need to do a video about why I think Zambia is going to win the African Nations Cup. I am delusional. But yeah, I need to do a proper video which doesn't just rely on my feelings and my delusions and my patriotism on who I think is going to win the African Nations Cup for 2025. Yeah, so look out for that. I'm going to work on it. Hopefully by Friday, before the tournament starts, I'll have that thing out and then we can talk about who has got the cards really. So far, who looks good in this tournament. I'll need to do some more deep dives to find out who's going to bring the game. Nigeria look good, but I think they might struggle depending. Congo DRC look very good. Congo DRC for me look very good. They have left some players out, I think. No, that is the other Congo. That is Ivory Coast. That's Ivory Coast I'm thinking of. But yeah, I think Congo DRC look good for it so far before we start. That is my early peak, but I still need to do a deep dive, seeing the other teams and who they've got and how they look spiritually. When we do that, we can come and discuss, because, hey, African Nations is back. That's what I needed. Arsenal are misbehaving. Arsenal are determined to kill me without my permission. So I need this distraction so that they don't succeed, yeah? So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me once again, and I really appreciate your support. Please continue to support this page by sharing it with everyone, anybody who you think might enjoy this content, and as well as the coverage that is going to be coming across the next few weeks at the African Nations Cup. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Daliso on DSS. I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.